Mr. Deedat, I'd like to say to you that the Christian had no power to heal the sick. We don't do no healing. If we could do healing, we will empty R.K. Khan's hospital. And if we could do healing, we will empty every hospital in the world. We don't do the healing. Only Jesus does the healing through us. And I want to say something not relating to the topic. I'd like to ask the chairman if I could.
No, you are allowed to ask questions at this stage, not to make statements. It's going to make matters too complex and heavy.
Well, I won't be long. I just want to make one statement.
You keep us here for the entire night. Perhaps the gentleman
just not even half a minute. I'm sure Mr. Deedat would like to hear what I'm going to say. Mr. Deedat?
Yes, you may ask questions, not make statements. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave unless you want to put a statement in the form of a question. That might be accepted. Would you like to phrase your statement in the form of a question?
All right, I'd like to ask him a question.
Please.
How much of power does the Quran has to save a person's life, give him a joy and a reason for living like the Bible? And just one more thing before you answer me, Mr. Deedat. The Quran has no power on earth to change a person's life. And hear me out. It is a dead book. It is unreachable, unidentified.
I think you've asked the question.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Deedat, and hope it sink into your spirit. Thank you.
Silence, please. Silence, please. You see, this is the proof. This is the proof. This is not unique to this hall. I delivered the same talk in Johannesburg, and there were droves and droves of Christians, missionaries, and we allowed them 1 full hour for questioning, and there was not one question on what I had said. There is no Christian born who can contradict anything that I've said tonight. There isn't one born. Irrefutable evidence I have given you. Now you have to come and tell me that this cherub was a flying saucer, or it was a helicopter. Tell me, tell us, tell these people here. No, there isn't. This is what happens. Allah describes it to us in the Holy Quran. Sabal naqzifu bil haqqi al batil. When truth is hurled against falsehood, it knocks out its brains. No questions. I tell you, I guarantee there are no questions. No questions. This is a lesson for the Muslims. That look, Allah has given you that power. I tell you, there isn't a Christian born who can answer what we have presented tonight. That this is not befitting the majesty of God, the language, the stories. I haven't come out with the whole. I just put them aside. I said, look, I'd rather give you a chance in case you said, look, this guy spoke for 2 hours and he's not giving us any chance. There's hardly any questioner. Look at this. There droves and droves in Cape Town, droves and droves, and they set the words through the grapevine. Don't go and ask Deedat questions. You're going to make a fool of yourself. So they don't want to come forward. So you make charges. What has the Quran done? I said, look, Islam, through the Quran, through this one verse, it eliminated 4 major evils. One verse. I quote, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu. So, oh you who believe, innamal khamru, most certainly intoxicants, wal maisiru and gambling, wal ansabu and fortune telling, wal azlamu and idol worship, rizqun min amri shaitan, are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Fajtanibuhu la'allakum tuflihun. When this verse was revealed, wine barrels were emptied in the streets of Medina, never to be refilled. The most perfect, complete and lasting revolution in the history of mankind. One verse, and the evil was abolished for good. No more idol worship, no more fortune telling, no more alcohol. This one verse created the biggest society of teetotalers in the world. The Muslims are the biggest society of people who don't imbibe alcohol. Look, this one verse did it. What are you talking about, dead book? This book with all your miracles, ask Sagat now with all his miracles. You worship him. I know my Indian Christian brethren. The lies that he has been speaking. Jim Baker, the lies. Gorman, the lies. Can't you see? Bluff, big bluff. What are you talking about? Look, in South Africa, alcoholic consumption. Statistics, they tell us that the Muslim is the lowest alcoholic consumption in the country. These are your statistics. They have no statistics for Africans. They have no statistics for Indians. But they say the colored community, 5 times the amount of alcoholics as any other race in the country. 5 times the amount. The Malay is a color. It's a Muslim color. That's the identity he carries. He carries the color identity card. He lives with the colors. The Muslim Malay, the lowest in the country, the Christian colored, 5 times the amount of any other race in the country. This is what your book has done. I said 8% of the white people who read this book incest are committing incest. 13% of the American people are committing incest. What are you talking about changing your life? I want to know what life it has changed. What is this? Come forward. Look, I said that what I have presented to you, I presented a case to you. I said, look, this is not befitting God. This is not the word of God. Contradictions abound. You say one or none, 36,000 difference, 440. Jesus, come on, man, come on. And you want me to give you one? You read the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 25, read it. No, you don't know the book. He said not about the Bible. He doesn't read the Bible. He's a newborn Christian. He's a new Christian. He doesn't read the Bible. Jesus saved him, and it heals people. What is this? I have spoken for an hour and a half. Were you listening? Was my English too hard on your ears? What is it? What has happened to you? No, the Quran gave the answer. Brains is knocked out. Come forward. Let's see these brothers here, if you have any question on the subject. Come, welcome.
Subhanallah walhamdulillah wallahu akbar. Subhanallah.
And in how many years did that society get transformed? 23 years. This is even Orientalists agree. Okay, the Quran is being claimed as revelation. I won't say it is revelation from the kafir's point of view. We know it's revelation. He says it's being claimed as revelation at his age of 40, and it stops at the age of what? 63, 23 years. In 23 years, this man starts at single-handedly, one person. And by the end of these 23 years, what change have these words and this man, this speaker, this speech and this style of speech, what have they influenced? You see, the way people eat, did it change? The way people sleep, did that change? Did the way people deal with their family change? Did the way people schedule their day change? Did the way people speak to each other change? Did the way they do business change? Did the way they go to the bathroom change? Did the way they dress change? The question isn't what changed. You know what the question is? What didn't change? Everything changed. Everything changed. Whenever there's quote-unquote revolution in society, it's either economic or it's political. Right? There's a political change. There's an economic change. There's a military change. But the way people live on a day-to-day basis, that doesn't change. They don't change the way they deal with their families depending on the government changing or a new system coming into power. That's still the same. They're still the same person. But this change that the Quran brought, unparalleled in human history.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقدموا بين يدي الله ورسوله واتقوا الله إن الله سميع عليم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا ترفعوا أصواتكم فوق صوت النبي ولا تجهروا له بالقول كجهر بعضكم لبعض أن تحبط أعمالكم وأنتم لا تشعرون إن الذين يغضون أصواتهم عند رسول الله أولئك الذين امتحن الله قلوبهم للتقوى لهم مغفرة وأجر عظيم إن الذين ينادونك من وراء الحجرات السورة أكثرهم لا يعقلون ولو أنهم صبروا حتى تخرج إليهم لكان خيرا لهم والله غفور رحيم.
There is only one God, La ilaha illallah.
بل نقذف بالحق على الباطل فيدمغه فإذا هو زاهق ولكم الويل مما تصفون.